bet it's a bullet gonna get the last laugh.
In my previous video where I covered day 1, at the end of it, I laid out a couple of scenarios that would happen for day 2. 1, either Pakistan, they lose all type of motivation and they collapse, or 2, they rise up above and we're going to see a monstrous comeback in day 2. Now, that is actually what happened. The first day was brutal. Arslan Ash losing 210 to knee. You would have thought this would have been enough of a soul-crushing to defeat to basically discourage all of them. And then Atif got bodied, and then the John got bodied. At the same time on Twitter, you had John Ding saying 210, and he followed it up with the Korea flag. We saw Arslan's tweet the other day where he put all of the hurting emojis. He was sick to his stomach. Atif, after his loss, he made this tweet. I didn't cover it then, we'll cover it now. He says, I lost my match against Ulsan. I really need to overcome my mistakes and work on them. Mirror match is really stressful set when it comes to Tekken 8. After day 1, they came back day 2, still ready to go. Arslan put this tweet out and it says, game time. All of the Pakistanis there ready to do work, and do work they did. Pakistan leads 0-1 for Pakistan versus Korea. Tomorrow, if Team Korea wins, it will go for a tiebreaker where both teams will choose the champion to go up and play a first of 5 to take the trophy. This is going to be crazy because whoever you pick, 1, they had to already been performing well, but then 2, they're basically like the best out of all of us, you know, and which team decide will be incredible. But at this point, Korea is getting bodied. In this clip here, you can see Korea has 1 victory and Pakistan has 5. This is the highlight of Nee, you know, fighting to try and keep his team alive.
Is Nee gonna stay alive?
Yo, Korea, we stressing out here. Nee needs to make this one happen.
It's a great start though, we're going downstairs as well. The party stage, the golden skeletons.
Don't think he used his tailspin yet.
Good start for Nee.
Down 4, flips him over, or knocks him away. And the one-standing 1!
That was a good crouch. Good crouch, launch, and then now he's going to basically kill with this combo, right? You would have to imagine. Let's see.
What are we going to see here? We get the Casino Royale explosion combo. What's he got? He's got all the resources at his disposal.
Surely that's dead, right? No!
Oh!
That was crazy. He dropped it, but then recovered with the hatchet kick. Holy smoke. He tried to do that, you know, Gatlin punch that the Brian Furies do at the wall. I guess that's what the Brian Fury players mean when they say this character takes execution. Even though he's a little bit simpler than past versions, even Nee in clutch situations is dropping. But then he's also clutch enough to recover with a hatchet kick, right? That was a win that Korea needed because they were absolutely getting bodied. We'll look at another clip here. Korea 2, Pakistan 5. So this is Newman versus Ulsan. This is the victory that everyone is talking about on Twitter. Newman is kind of underrated. He is considered to be the best Steve Fox on the planet, and he's also playing a character that everyone thinks is not so powerful. FDX once said Tekken 8 would be much better if everyone played on the same level as Steve Fox. I personally think Steve Fox got a lot of things that he do that's not a lot. Some things that he do that's slimy, like how he could grab you and put you on the wall for a full combo, guard breaks, etc. But, you know, in comparison to Dragunov, Jin, Yoshi, some of those other characters, he's nothing. He's using a, you know, decent character to defeat monsters, and you can just see here like what he's doing to Dragunov, you know, and Ulsan. It's crazy, right? This is just straight brutal. After losing to Newman, Ulsan says Pakistan's game plan to win was very solid, very different styles and amazing. Newman, Steve is too good. See you guys tomorrow. Guys, it's not the finish. Now, the beating doesn't stop there. We have Nee once again. This one says Tarveen wins match 1 for Pakistan. Nee put in an insane fight, but it just wasn't enough to come back. Pakistan storm back to take the first game series. So this is the final match of day 2.
And Hafiz Tanvir now with heat engaged in Korea. Bomb blast on the wall. Keep it going, keep it going.
What is Nee gonna do here?
That was all pre-screwed.
Oh my god,
Flip
whoa, coast to coast.
Looking like a blow-up. And
Huge combo. Combo carries the whole entire stage, wall blast, and then mix up at the end. And then that wasn't even a crazy mix up. That was just like a little safe little poke mix up. Nee falls for it. Boom, boom. Korea at this point is in danger. And then this is where Pakistan starts to celebrate. They starts to pop off, right?
A feast Tanvir! Sealing the win for Team Pakistan.
Look at how happy they all are. Day one, Arslan was sweating. Atif was looking off into the ether. Now all of these guys are like super happy, right? This is what happens, right? You come back from a crushing defeat. Not only are you like winning, but you literally are coming back from defeat. So it's like double the happiness, right? But look at this clip.
And here in Korea, you see his team embrace him. They put him in that spot. Ulsan removed from the equation in wave 2 here.
You can see the first 5 matches was an absolute beatdown. Korea didn't get a win until Ulsan and Knee took the stage, and then they both beat Atif and John. So Ulsan beats Atif twice here. Atif loses again, day 1 and day 2. Now Knee beats the John. They haven't played in the first right? But then Ulsan goes up against Newman, and Newman beats him. Knee goes up against Usama. He beats him. And then Knee plays Hafiz, and Hafiz beats him. And this is basically what eliminated Knee. If Knee would have beat him, then someone else would have to play Knee, and then someone else, and then someone else, right? But Hafiz put an end to all of it. But you can see the ending score is 3-7, right? Now, when you look at Twitter and you see the results after the fact, this is when things starts to get crazy. Arslan says 3-0 to Ulsan. Let's go, Newman, celebrating his player, right? And then he goes back to this tweet that we looked at earlier from John Ding, where he says 2-10. Arslan responds and says Pakistan 3-7. The interesting thing about this tweet here from Arslan Ash is, as you can see here, one of the top comments, stay humble. Someone else is laughing. Someone else says toxic community. Someone says, bro, you so toxic as always. Arslan is getting so much hate for responding to this tweet. So many people were upset. And it's strange because when he lost, John Ding put out this tweet and no one responded that way to John Ding. If anything, they were like encouraging the downfall. They were saying, I swear he'll come up with another excuse again. Pakistani's only chance left is to surprise pick Yoshi. Like, you can see how biased everyone is against the Pakistan players. In a now deleted tweet, someone was telling Speedkicks that Arslan Ash is a fraud and he's not really that good at Tekken. You know, they're bringing back the Flukistan. Correctly so, Speedkicks reminds him, like, bro, the things that Arslan Ash have done is incredible. And this screenshot here kind of highlights it, right? In the year 2019, he won Evo Japan and Evo Vegas. I think he is still the only player to ever do that. No other player has done that in Tekken. And he also won CEO, Combo Breaker, TWT Master, Evo Japan again, Combo Breaker, Evo Vegas, you know, the TWT Finals in 2023, Combo Breaker 2024, Evo 2024. So it's like, bro, Arslan really be putting in work. Like, he really has won so many elite tournaments in such a short amount of time. And it's like, that is lost on the players. When he wins, everyone is kind of like salty and they downplay. But then when he loses, everyone's like, oh yeah, where's the excuses? Give us the excuses. It's interesting how against Arslan everyone is. And what I think it is, I don't think Arslan is trying to make excuses. I don't think Arslan is trying to be the bad guy. I think Arslan is just very passionate and he just speaks like unfiltered, right? When he wins, he just celebrates that win. When he loses, I think personally that he's just actually telling like why he lost. Like when he say, oh, my monitor, oh, my controller, like, that's something that's probably really like in his mind and it's distracting him from the match. Now, I'm not saying that like that excuses his loss, but I don't view it as him coming up with excuses. I view it as him like just talking about why he's losing. But on social media, that's not really where it works, right? On social media, it's not really a social environment. You know, when you say things, they are quickly misunderstood and turned into something else. And I think with Arslan being number one, he's being the top. Everyone kind of roots for the guy up top to fall down, right? I don't think, and here's another thing, I don't think it has anything to do with them being Pakistani. I don't think it has anything to do with Arslan Ash personally. I just think when anyone is at the top of their game, you have this hate crowd form, especially when the guy is like boasting and bragging and like, yeah, we're number one. Like, people just really start to feel salty about that. And, you know, as we see multiple years later, you have this hate crowd foaming at the mouth to see these guys fall. I think what Spaghetti Rip said is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, if you see this response from Arslan as arrogant, toxic, and said nothing about it what he's replying to, then you're just a pure hater. There's nothing wrong with either tweet. This is just a competition and friendly rivalry. And this is the thing as well, right? The rivalry between Pakistan and Korea isn't like a diehard beef. Like, these guys aren't going to go fight at a bar after this, right? Like, these guys we've seen are like pretty much friends at this point, right? They go play their matches, but then later they're hanging out, having fun, playing more matches, right? That's what Tekken is supposed to do, is bring people together. But when you add that social media aspect to it, it tends to tear each other apart. This person says on Twitter, "Knee is the GOAT too in my eyes, but the hate for Arslan is so forced." Misplaced Stuff says, "Let the man banter and have fun with us." And this also brings up another idea of how the Tekken players are so soft. In Street Fighter, bro, Punk be popping off, bro. You guys think Arslan just saying 3-7 Pakistan is toxic, bro? Then look at how Punk popped off after he won a tournament. And I'm not even saying that Punk is toxic. I'm not even saying that this pop off is toxic. I'm just saying what players consider toxic in Tekken versus Street Fighter is vastly different. What players consider trash talking in Tekken versus Street Fighter is vastly different. Punk bodied everyone in a tournament. He picked up the mic and this is what he said.
Y'all mans is dead. I slayed him. He's done. I'm the GOAT. I don't want to hear nothing from the Dominican community no more, bro. Y'all come in my chat, y'all better worship me on Twitch. That's all I want to know. I don't hear none of y'all in this arena talking, none of that.
Arslan, Knee, when these guys win, they could go up on stage and do this, but they really don't. They're really so reserved in their pop-off. They're really so reserved in their trash talking. Arslan could really go up there and be like, "Your man's is done. I slaved him. I'm the GOAT." But he doesn't say it. Yet Twitter is so upset about a little tweet. This is what I mean when I say Tekken fans are like the biggest crybabies on the planet. They truly are, bro, because what? Arslan didn't even say anything. He didn't even do anything. And also, even if he did, that only makes everything more exciting. Why do people try to like squeeze out all of the life and the personality? They just want these players to like walk around just and say nothing, do nothing, like out of fear of like being called toxic. Like, bro, Tekken players doesn't have a clue about what toxicity looks like, bro. What? Day 1 Korea, day 2 Pakistan, day 3, stay tuned, we'll find out soon.